welcome to Stream 4 with myself, ODPixel and Fog. We're ready to take you through what's going to be the final day of group stages here. And to kick it off, we have HellRaisers versus Invictus Gaming. Obviously games, important for both. You know, IG looking to make sure that they're comfortable in the upper bracket echelon of the group stages. And for HellRaisers, this could be do or die. They are right at the bottom at the moment, believe 1-11 on the score. They need those wins. Otherwise, they are going to be relying on Cloud9 to slip up, which, I mean, as things have gone, may not be the worst thing to rely on, but you don't want to leave it up to chance.
Yeah, definitely still a slight chance for them. However, yeah, it's IG. These guys need their wins. They're going to be coming into this one really hard this morning. Every game matters at this point for all these teams.
And they've got Baboka Earth Spirit, so whew,
good start.
That is a good start indeed. I mean, we saw HellRaisers going for the Nyx Assassin and the Lich. It's understandable.
Yeah.
CM first pick. Actually, someone we've not been seeing a lot of.
Oh, the change up.
CM tied to open. What an opener here from HellRaisers.
They have completely switched the board. This is nothing from what they've ran recently. They just completely want to change everything that they're kind of playing and maybe go for more of a team fight style and gathering style is what this is already telling me. First pick Tidehunter. They want to be able to take straight team fights. And they don't want to have to worry about like IG being like a point where HellRaisers is just like, man, we can't take fights because we don't have proper team fight. That's what this is telling me already, especially Tide versus Earth Spirit.
Yeah, the Tide Earth Spirit thing is very nice indeed for the Tide.
Yeah, removing the silences.
Yeah, easy for him to get the ravage off in the fights, and Earth Spirit's got to be very careful.
Yeah, and
how he goes in.
Earth Spirit roams around a lot, of course. Hero that doesn't really stay in the safe lane, so Tidehunter can do quite well versus most dual lanes, so he could actually get a good amount of experience or force the Earth Spirit to stay top.
IG now with this second pick. We'll see where they want to go with it. No reason to change things up too much. And indeed, they won't. Death Prophet coming through.
Straight comfort.
Slightly earlier pick than sometimes we see, but as we know, if teams want it, they do have to take it. Will be likely to be banned.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, in the first two, it makes sense because people have a man third, fourth, but it's also because it's paired up with the Earth Spirit. It's the, it's that, that dual gank mid is absurd when Earth Spirit rolls in if you get Spirit Siphoned. There's a lot of pressure on enemy mid laner.
But I guess with the reveal at this stage, HellRaisers have got a lot of time to think about what they want to do about that mid lane.
Yeah.
Get something that's, yeah, as you say, is going to deal with this pretty nasty killing potential that IG are going to have there.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, because we've seen a lot of like the pucks and stuff like being mid a lot of these times, but puck versus Death Prophet Earth Spirit, you can definitely be killed. You have to really watch your orbs.
It's hard. There's a lot of silence there.
Yeah, if you use an orb aggressively, you get rolled on, Spirit Siphon, chase potential is too high.
Yeah, I mean, what do you pick against that? I mean, it is going to be such a nasty lane. AA to be banned out, Weaver in quick succession from HellRaisers taken out as well.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it limits a lot of the options for the mid lane to be like a safe hero, like any like solo hero or anyone that's not really just a strong laner. It's like Templar Assassin, ideally you'd think a strong laner, not versus this, and there's so many ways of breaking refraction. Remove that hero from the board. Probably someone that can avoid. The Queen of Pains and Pucks are probably like the most comfortable and easiest ones.
But still, you know,
it's a lot of silence that you're playing into.
It's still hard, like they can still get you.
For the nature of the game, probably someone who can team fight with their team though, someone like that. Get involved pretty early. Since they, they've Tidehunter. Maybe they even go for some type of like push thing. They can kind of, I don't know if they want to do that, but they can kind of sack the mid lane, put Dragon Knight there. The thing is the Death Prophet Earth Spirit kind of just crushes that too hard.
Do we never see Razor being picked up to go against the Death Prophet? Like, shouldn't that work? You've got the counter suck, and you have the whole, if she tries to go on you with the Cypher, she's going to get slowed down. You're going to steal a lot of damage, and I imagine, after at least a second or two of stealing with the static link, you can hurt her more than she's healing up and hurting you.
Spirit Siphon's pretty.
I mean, I guess it is pretty absurd. Yeah, it must be. It's probably close, isn't it?
It's probably pretty close, but the thing is that you can, once you get higher levels of Spirit Siphon, you can put on a creep that's next to you as well as you're diving him. So, but these guys do love that Razor. But this is more likely going to be that mid laner.
Okay.
And push the waves out. Lina can get dove though pretty easily by Earth Spirit.
Yeah, if they get on top of her with that silence, she is not going to have the chance to react. But at the same time, if the Earth Spirit's slightly off of his rolls and doesn't hit the silence or the smash, then Lina's got the potential to turn around. Good stun and a couple of nukes, and suddenly the Earth Spirit has to start running away.
And it's always good to have heavy burst versus Death Prophet. You don't want to have whittle damage over time. You want to have someone that can just chunk her down, during that exorcism.
And she can play the lane quite safe, you know.
Yeah.
She has that nuke potential to push the wave back out if it's getting pressured in. She's got a CM on her side, so she can afford to be a little more liberal with throwing the spells out there. So if she plays it safe enough, could be alright. Disruptor actually going to be the pick of RG.
Great counter the Tidehunter.
Yes.
Of course, you can't Kraken Shell and Disruptor Storm. Now there's, I mean, all three heroes, massive amounts of silence in teamfight as well on the side of IG. Very threatening lineup.
10 seconds remaining. Invictus Gaming.
Kalinx. Not a hero we see much of. We've definitely seen it once already. Who played it?
Yeah, we've seen it a few times.
Has it been in a couple of games?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I saw even a mid clinks coming out from somebody 2 days ago. I want to say. I'm actually gonna check how much it's been picked.
I mean, I feel it's. I don't know if I like it here. I mean, there's a lot of silence. You picked it into a disrupt. I feel like the disruptor's really nice against the Clinks. You know, Clinks obviously has that great movement speed, but you get dusted in Thunderstrike. He's going to be able to glimpse you back into the field, and there's going to be this period of the game where he's going to be relatively squishy. I feel this could be a tricky Clinks game.
Yeah, it could be.
They've got the lockdown. They've got 3 silences. All these 3 heroes can, you know, make things very hard for the Clinks in these team fights.
Not super reliable stuns though. I mean, if they do get the glimpse on him and they put him in position, that can be great. Stuns aren't super reliable, and the nice thing is Clinks is at least heavy burst damage as well as Alina, right? Which if you eat a creep and you're at a decent pace in the game. But yeah, Clinks is a weird hero to place just because of you always have to have Death Pact running, even though it's longer or longer duration now. Still sometimes a bit awkward. I mean, look how tiny he is.
He is, isn't he? In this, he's smaller than the CM.
CM's not even like in the game. Look at the Tidehunter anchor is just
covering
completely blocking her. She's like, nah, CM's a 5. She's not important.
Oh, Batrider to be picked up by IG.
That's great. It's a way to start the fight. Batrider with Disruptor is always super nice. You Batrider with Disruptor and with Death Prophet, because you lasso somebody, you expect the enemy team to start kind of like running in onto you. You blanket the back area of the Batrider with the silences. I mean, even Earth Spirit with Batrider is super nice too. So IG's looking like they have a very, very nice game plan coming in. Just needing that last
super solid
last hero to pull it all together. That last carry.
Yeah, what are they going to get for burning? That's the. I wouldn't even mind if they did go for like the burning morphling or something in this game. Could be pretty nice.
Yeah, there's no real like great lockdown.
Yeah, Ravage route
CM
and
Lina
this light strike, but you know, very very easy to dodge. At least a couple of those. See what burning wants to bring to the fray. Maybe something that works off the back of having the disruptors catch potential, something that can fight early.
I think they've got so many options actually. Yeah. Depends on if they want to match up well versus the Clinks. Do they want to deal with the lane more for Tidehunter? Is it gonna be a Troll Warlord? Okay, so way to take more objectives. They have both Death Prophet and Troll Warlord now to be able to do that in this. They were lacking a bit of physical damage. Sure, they had the Exorcism Ghost from Death Prophet, but other than that, everybody else was magical. So bring it all together with Troll Warlord, and way to close the gap as well. If he closes the gap on Clinks, Troll versus Clinks, that's a pretty horrible matchup for Clinks. If he's not able to burst him down.
HellRaisers leaving their secondary support to their final pit.
Or do they mind game us?
I want to do a Lina CM support combo.
I mean,
I've not seen a lot of HellRaisers games, so maybe they are the kind of team to switch stuff up like that.
They've, like what we were saying earlier, they completely switched their nature of drafting. This is a completely different approach. They were doing Sand King with silencers, and then the first day they were doing Lycan with Batriders. Now they've been completely dissuaded from that idea. Hey, if everything, I mean, they are what, 1 in 11 or whatever, right? So if everything else fails, you may as well try something completely new, especially in this type of situation. What do we got?
Something exciting.
I'm sure they're gonna Razor.
Razor?
Somehow they'll throw a Razor in there.
I mean, it doesn't look bad at all considering the rest of the draft.
I mean, they love that hero. I know they love that hero.
Oh, they do? Okay, yeah. Okay, they do actually. Okay.
Right, Swift. That's one of Swift Ending's most played. But then that puts them in a weird spot, I guess. Unless they ran... Yeah, no, they could put the Razor mid, Clink safe lane. Man, we'll see. They did change up the way that they've been drafting entirely, so I don't know what other hero they could be favoring, because this is... I don't think they've actually picked like any of these heroes that they have right now. It's a completely new draft coming out. They picked Tidehunter once the first day, but that was pretty much it. They haven't had CM, they haven't had Lina, they haven't had Clinks. Just definitely feeling the waters. Just, yeah. So, I mean, it's the last few games for them. They might as well put it all out there.
Yeah, try something a bit different, I should say, yeah. As obviously what they've had so far has not been working out. And they really need to pick up these last few wins, otherwise it looks to be them in the bottom spot, and Cloud9 will get through. Yeah, I was going to see that matchup later on today, which is going to be ever so important.
Alright, so yeah, they're just picking the secondary support.
Okay.
We were hoping for some crazy stuff, but okay.
And I guess the Slardar, obviously Slardar Clinks as a combo, very nice. I mean, Slardar Clinks out of the Lina as well. It's having that physical potential, and with the vision and the great range that Lina has, got a good shot. But overall, it definitely feels like IG had the just a more kind of solid, kind of cookie cutter draft that you'd expect from the lineup. And as you say, HellRaisers maybe switching it up a bit, trying something a little different.
IG's draft is terrifying.
Yeah, it's
OP on one of his most comfortable heroes, Baboka on one of his most comfortable heroes.
XXS Bat.
Yeah, XXS Bat. They have a clear-cut initiator, clear way to start the fights. They have 3 different heroes that can kind of start fights in a way, depending on the situations, of course. Disruptors, if they're pushing and they start backing up, you can get a glimpse. Earth Spirit as well, and then Bat Riders, of course, is the main catch. Well, definitely gonna be tough for HR in this game. Trying to see how these lanes will match up. I'm trying to think how it goes. Lina should be okay, but I think Baboka will be playing around there, so he's definitely susceptible of dying if he steps too far up.
Are we going to see one of the sides trying to get like the 1v1 between the Bat and the Tide and have an aggro tri-lane?
Aggro with Clinks sounds a little weird. With Clinks
Okay.
and CM, sounds a little bit too weak.
But it would not be nice in terms of forcing the Earth Spirit to kind of stay away from the mid lane. Or
I think
they just don't have the heroes really to.
Yeah, I don't think they have the Clinks putting an aggro is just awkward. Because if they do see, like, if you're out of position, they can really easily kill you. You're like the squishiest hero in the game early on.
Let's see what the plan is. I mean, yeah, indeed, at the moment, looks to be standard stuff. 33 heading down towards the bottom.
They actually do see Baboka placing that mid lane ward, so they will actually have the advantage for that one. They'll be able to de-ward that one and get their own mid ward. Nicely placed.
And we'll see what kind of movements Baboka can make. I mean, definitely the mid lane is where, as you mentioned, there's a lot of threatening potential between this Earth Spirit and Death Prophet.
Yeah. I almost feel like they can leave the Clinks at the start if they want to do that, because Bat Rider's already bound to get experience. CM, Slardar, Clinks. I mean, if they fully commit to being up there as a tri-lane, they can zone him a bit, but I don't think that's the best approach, because he's bound to get something anyway as his Bat. So I think maximizing is great. CM can just start as a jungler. Slardar can start mid, make sure the Lina gets a good advantage coming out. That'll probably be the best approach for HR in this start. I mean, Baboka will probably start mid. That's the nature of the Earth Spirit Death Prophet.
Alright, HR. Maybe setting up to see if they can catch out XXS if he comes too close. And J4 a little too far away to have potential of connecting with the root. So HellRaisers will be fine, taking their own rune. Both sides not going to look to contest elsewhere. They will just get the 2 for 2. We'll see how hard this mid lane is going to be for Kaiser.
I mean, he's got the level 1 sentry ward, so he'll be able to eat that obs ward right away.
That's true.
Get a little bit of bonus regen.
Yeah.
That'll help a little bit. But just gotta make sure he doesn't get rolled on, and especially once Earth Spirit hits level 2. That's where the big kill threat is, unless you're super out of position. Does he want to eat it? He does. Eats the ward. Gets the last hit. Good job. So HR does start with that full tri-lane top.
Yes.
They want to try to make sure that XXS is zoned. And there is the big camp is blocked by IG, so unable to frostbite that one and
mid
unable
lane.
to pull it. Mid lane already.
They get the connection. It's going to be close. Baboka.
And they get it.
Whoa! Neatly done as well there. I think he may have gone down first if he didn't do that salve play. Salving up underneath the tower just to make sure he lives long enough to secure the first blood for IG. Neat little plays there.
Oh boy, already? Kaiser must have stepped up a bit too far. I didn't expect this to happen at level 1. Like this, you know the Earth Spirit's going to start their mid. You absolutely know. You even have a ward there. So I don't think you should allow that to kind of happen. But OP did sacrifice a chunk of last hits to go for that kill. Only 2 and 1, missing majority of the first 2 waves.
Baboka already straight back towards that mid lane. Knows that he can get away with it. We saw obviously last time Milan did respond, but very hard for him to do so himself in time. Does have level 2, so he's got the sprint and the crush to try and get into a better position.
Yeah, I guess he wanted to get the level 2 before he made the move mid.
Yeah.
I think he I still think he should have started mid personally, because they didn't really accomplish, you know, they can't shut down the bat top. He's already level 2. He didn't get any experience discrepancy up there. And now their mid laner did die. Like, if there was a Slaughter mid there, that would have completely been different. They would have killed the Earth Spirit, and Lolina would have been living. And CM is now jungling anyway, so. How's our Tide doing? I haven't really glanced at him. He should be getting a good amount, like we said,
doing all right.
versus the dual lane. Should be just fine. Yeah, he's actually pressuring Burning a little bit too.
Lots of attention drawn towards the mid lane. Kaiser with a haste stream. It's going to mean that IG, I know you want to try anything whilst he's speeding about. Is now that level 2 on Baboka though. Bottom lane, 33. Not getting that much CS, but he's getting the levels.
The book is just waiting for that haste.
There we go. He's going to go for it now straight away. And we have it. There's the boulder smash onto 2. Looking for the crush. Milan does get it onto both of them. Holds them back. Kaiser survives, and he's got the salve as well. This time Milan, very, very good there with the reaction and making it very hard for these two to go. I mean, as you said, you know, if he was there earlier, it is strong. Having this crush puts a full stop to anything that IG try in this mid lane.
Yeah. Fairly even across the board. Both offlaners getting a good amount. The thing is, the Batrider's getting a way bigger chunk of actual last hits. He's able to force way more than the Tide.
Mid lane. They're trying again, but Boka's looking for the body blocks out, keep that siphon going. Kaiser turns around with the light strike, but again, yeah, this Slardar's presence, making it very hard for the kills to be successful. And Kaiser continuing to keep the lead in CS. Bottom lane, they're going to hunt down 33 in the tree line.
He's juking.
He's trying. He's going to have Anchor Smash back up in a second.
He's got the level 2 Kraken as well, so he's pretty tanky. There is a glimpse online for Q if he's able to find him, but 33 is just striding through the trees. They're unable to find him. Oh, it looks like he's going to probably go down here now. Yeah, he's dead.
Finally falls, burning as well. Made sure to come back into the creep wave and make sure he didn't lose too many CS at all.
Now the Tide will struggle a bit, because now it's phase boots up on the Troll Warlord, so he might actually just have to resort to jungle with an Iron Talon.
And it looks like he may do that indeed.
Yeah.
Talon is there. Straight to the side jungle.
Yeah, he's already level 4. It's not bad at all. The problem is that, yeah, this Batrider is halfway towards Blink Dagger already and almost level 5. Just absolutely free farming in that top lane. As expected, though.
Just a 1k gold lead at the moment for IG. Certainly start to see things pick up once he gets that level 6. And look to put some pressure onto these towers, but Baboka still just the level 2. Let's see if we can roam up towards the top lane, get something going, but there's the sword here from HellRaisers. So they know exactly what Baboka's planning to do in terms of movements.
Yeah, if they can actually smoke up, if Baboka gets a dust and he smokes up toward top when Batrider hits like level 5, they're actually going to do it now. The Clinks is super susceptible of dying to this because of how over-leveled the bat is.
It's all under this ward though.
Do they have dust? They do have dust and they have sentries, but yeah, under the ward, so.
So we'll see how safely Swift Ending plays. He may have to just get deep back in those trees.
Yeah, this just, I mean, XXS now is going to be like full free farming. Level 5 already, 700 gold from Blink Dagger on this bat. And now the Clinks on HR is not farming at all. Tidehunter's resorting to jungling. Now is where the resources for IG is just pulling ahead. However,
try and fight it. They do find Q straight up with the crush. There's a kill. HellRaisers pick it up. Swift Ending gets the gold. Nicely done.
Yeah, that ward. They knew that the rotation was coming in, so they pincer on top of the disruptor there. Good read coming out from them that they understand that they'd still be there instead of them trying to make a move for mid because they really wanted to kill this Clinks.
And these wards are doing good. We're going to see Baboka go in on the mid lane. Does actually get the kickback onto Kaiser. There is the crush potential. Holds back OP, but he's got the ghost out. He's going to just move in and take down the Slardar. They do lose Baboka in return as the Laguna Blade flies through from Kaiser.
At least they get a trade.
So, indeed, yeah, the 1v1 trade, and they may be able to stop OP from doing too much with these ghosts in terms of pushing down the tower. We'll see how well Kaiser can hold back. Just have to be careful with Q in the neighborhood, looking for that glimpse. TP back in from Milan. And indeed, the ghosts are going to wear out and not much done in terms of pushing at all. So, HellRaisers.
I actually love the fishies. I love that set.
The
fishy exorcism, it's so cute. Bottom lane Milan, find himself an illusion. Gonna do a little bit of harassment here to Q, but Baboka isn't there, and also Q sends him back with a glimpse. Milan though, trying to keep going. He ain't stopping.
We'll see if he...
It's crazy. There's a shrine there
he
too.
Could be in shot. I mean, Baboka and Q and OP are coming across.
There's no glimpse, but Baboka's got to roll in a stun. Is he gonna be able to connect?
Oh, the
Off the mark.
jukes.
But then now the Spirit Siphon with the slow. Stun coming in. He has to juke it out, but now he's gonna get right-click the phase boots. Too much damage. While the sprint is active.
Getting a little crazy there, Milan.
Yeah.
Does draw the attention of 3 of them. Space created, he says. Swift Ending continue to farm up top, but
Bat Rider's got a 7-minute blink dagger on.
7, and that is
That's 7 minutes.
Oh my god! And that's a bat that he wasn't even jungling. That was just straight up laning, wasn't it?
I think he did like 1 or 2
little
jungle caps, but
yeah.
mostly just lane. I mean, he's had 47 last hits on this bat. All 3 top net worths down the way of IG already.
That's got to be one of the quickest bat blinks here at TI.
I think we've had, I think we had 1 7-minute the first day
Okay.
too, or an 8-minute. But yeah, that one's super fast. You rarely see pre 8 minutes. I mean, he even has boots, 2 TPs, some clarities as well. He's feeling good.
Oh, HR do catch Baboka. He heads up to the high ground. A lot of these walls have been setting up a lot for HellRaisers. They've had this one mid set it up. They did have a deeper one, and they did get dewarded by IG after they realized that they were aware of that last movement from Baboka. Yeah, let's see what XXS can get done with this. Where's he going to head? He's up on this top lane.
They did use Death Pact, so he's a bit tanky. I'm not sure if these two... Yeah, they should be able to actually with the slow enough. Yeah, Firefly and Sticky.
I mean, it's going to be close. Baboka's taken a lot of damage in return. He's just got to duke it out in the tree line and he will.
Yeah.
Nicely done. I mean, only just. One more touch and Baboka would have been gone. But
I thought maybe the 3-man committal could have been worth it, but with the Bat Rider being so over-leveled, I mean, having max Firefly, the damage is there for them to clean up that Clinks. And they're already killing the safe laner, Owen. It's 8 minutes in. That's a big concern.
Yeah, mid lane OP and there's a pressure on the tower. Has got the Ghost back up if he wants to fight and push.
He's just beating on it. And during all this now, Burning has picked up the phase boots, picked up the Morbid Mask. Jungle time, Disruptor suffered in levels. Give him the lane. Get him that level 6, which we need for the team fights. And he'll get it pretty quickly because I don't think they can really invade him too well to kill that Disruptor. Same kind of movement coming out, gonna be from Swift Ending. He's gonna go to jungle, maybe make some roaming with the next Death Pack and let the Slardar get that level 6 online for that Corrosive Haze. The nice thing is HR does have, they have Gush, they have Corrosive Haze and Clinks, so the Roshan, they can get some sneaky Roshans when they get to their levels online.
Baboka and OP smoking up from behind the middle lane.
Gotta take that safe lane tower.
Dire's top tower is under
Should be able to secure it here with a ward down.
Q needs to watch himself now. They go top, they see nobody there. It's the big indicator of, hey, I'm gonna get ganked in the safe lane.
See how heavy HellRaisers go in. They are sending Swift Ending and J4 down there to join 33. Fortification will come through, but OP should be able to indeed stick around, finish off this tier 1 tower. Yeah, it's just a question of what HellRaisers can do in return to punish.
Q wants to actually stay. He wants to be able to set up for a kill here.
They've got XXS coming in. He's got Lasso back up.
They see the Slardar mid.
Perfect kill potential. J4's going to scout it out, but already the field's down. Swift Ending is trapped. Silence onto the Tidehunter from the side to make sure that there's no Ravage immediately. Swift Ending getting jumped upon. Flame broken back.
Oh boy.
That's the Clinks down. Maybe they can get even more. Baboka.
The rotations though.
He's going to be off the mark with the Boulder Smash. Glimpse there to pull Milan away from the rest of the team. 33's trying to chase down Q. He does have the Ravage. Doesn't need to use it there for Disruptor Killers. He will get it. Baboka rolling across, but he's going to get blocked off. And HellRaisers will take them both down. Getting the 2 support kills. They did lose the Clinks. They did lose tier 1 up top. But they may be in position themselves now to finish off this tier 1 on the bottom lane.
Yeah, at least they're going to get a trade here. That's a good move by HR there in the end. But IG, that's a hard way to read. Like HR had no idea that IG was going to defend that tower. They showed everybody top. They even showed the troll mid. They're like, oh, okay, IG's sacking this tower.
Yeah.
But just really keen to fight no matter what. Yeah, the Klink's suffering now super hard. The first 2 rotations worked successfully on him, and he's going to be dropping pretty far down on that net worth, which you do not want as a Klink this early.
No, it's going to be tricky for Swift Ending to get back in with this start, especially when you consider, you know, those last fights as well. Burning's not turning up, he is just focusing on the farm.
Yeah, Klink's is more of a hero that you need kills.
Yeah.
You don't just snowball farm, you don't have ways of flash farming. Sure, you can kill creeps quickly, but you can't, you know, kill like multiple creeps at the same time. Where Burning, he can farm way faster than use a Troll Warlord, especially with the Mask of Madness build.
Boca nearly hitting that level 6 on the Earth Spirit. Bat XXS straight for the 4-star next after the blink this game. You have got level 6 actually ready and waiting on queue. They want to try and find something to happen with the static storm. It's going to be pretty big, but talks about how good that is against HellRaisers lineup.
Yeah.
In these team fights.
His only job, they can even just lasso Tidehunter, pull him into static storm, and that job is done. But Boca top, trying to make a play onto him. Klinks and Tidehunter are there. Boca knows something's up. The Sentry Ward's down. He's out of there.
Straight away, no hesitation from him. Just join up with the rest of the team. Maybe they themselves can
They've got everything.
Yeah, it's time to fight.
Exorcism, lasso. They're only missing, of course, Boca's ult, but they've got the static stone, which is more important at this instance in the game. They're actually going to make their way into Roche. Maybe they make a smoke gank and they just let Burning solo Roche. Looks like that's going to be it.
Yeah, they can get a kill out of this as well.
They know where Klinks was. Oh god. Swift ending.
They're going to know he's up there straight away with the dust. It connects. He's trying to run, but Boca closes the gap. There's the Ravage to catch onto 3 of them, but the glimpse back is perfect from Q. Catches Swift Ending in the Static Storm. That's the Klinks down. They should be able to get the tide out of this as well. He's going to try for the TP out, but the lasso is still there from XXS as IG take 2. And of course, all the meanwhile, whilst this happens, Burning still in the pit on verge of finishing off Roshan, getting that Aegis.
Oh gosh.
Big move there for IG.
HR just had no idea anything's going on. They're all just kind of like CM's jungling, Lino's just pushing lane, Slaughter's just kind of running around. They were not together. They were not prepared for IG there whatsoever. I mean, it's only a 2k lead, of course, for IG so far, but the way that kind of happened, the nature of that, I'm starting to feel very concerned for HR. They really need to just wait till the Slaughter has Blink Dagger pretty much now in order to be able to take those kind of pickoffs. He's about 500 gold away, so he's not super far away, but other than that, I don't really see too many good things for them right now, because Klinks is just super shut down.
Boca is going to get spotted out by this ward. Milan looking to open up, but the silence there, beautifully done there from OP, making sure that there's no light strike to follow through, but Boca will still go down as he takes the Laguna Blade, but Kaiser almost certainly will pay with his life as the 3 of IG surround him. The rest of HellRaisers forced back.
OP, just no fear to use that Exorcism. Anytime a fight happens, he just pops and runs in.
They maybe could get a bit of damage done to this tier 1 on the bottom lane with it. He's in position.
It's gonna wear off,
I guess it's gonna be
I think they're gonna come down there anyway. It looks like Burning starting to beeline toward mid. I thought he was gonna go toward bottom, but okay. HR farming some ancient stacks.
Yeah, all spotted out as well there as Q gets in a sneaky up ground ward. Takes for the D ward as well. Nothing out at the moment, but as we can see now, IG just getting some really nice vision over the happenings of HellRaisers.
100 gold for Slaughter Blink. That's going to be pretty big for them to actually have a clear-cut initiator, because right now they still don't have it. Tidehunter is not that option. Unfortunately, he didn't have a bad time in lane, but he takes a while to get set up. And oh man, here it comes.
I mean,
the lasso's
he's tied
ready.
and he's tanky, but with 4 heroes coming in, good luck surviving that. They'll drop the Static Storm and the lasso. Everything being thrown down upon him, and 3-3 is down. IG picking up another kill and just really showing off the strength that they have on these core heroes. Burning.
It's really the fear of also picking, you know, when you pick Tidehunter first too, this is some of the things that do happen. The natural counter picks do come out, like that Disruptor. It makes your life pretty miserable. Smoke coming out, that means they must have the Slaughter Blink soon. They do. He's about to grab it from base. maybe they can try to make something happen with this, as long as they have good vision, which they've had decent vision, but it's just IG making the first moves. And they're making the moves at a just better pace because it's IG making moves when all their ulti's up, but there's no HR plays that while their ultis are down. They're not able to find them so far. So they have to make some aggressive plays with this blink and with the Lina Bloodstone just picked up.
Yeah, this is the perfect time to try and make something happen.
They gotta go time, honestly. Like they shouldn't be farming like jungle and stuff like this. Okay, he wants to finish up his hood, but that gives IG's cooldowns all time to come back up, and everything's already now gonna be up already. So they kind of missed a big window here, and I'm sure that IG's gonna respond to when they see this Lina down bottom.
Yeah, exactly. It's already setting up. +1, and they can get a kill down here. We'll see if they're interested in taking it up, and yep, OP will come down to clear this wave out. Already though, HellRaisers backing off. But do have that smoke on Milan. As you say, we're really kind of expecting to see HellRaisers try and make some sort of effort as a team to pull off some sort of catch and gank.
They had to like gank away from the Troll Warlord during that time, but now it's how much time left on Aegis. They still got about another minute for IG. And the ward that IG places from Boca spots the whole rotation out from HR. But Boca's fine, and IG continues to farm. They do not feel rushed really to do much because, I mean, they have a really strong lineup going into the later stages of the game. Matches up super well versus HRs. They have better objective takers, and yeah, they're at quite a big lead right now. BKB finished on Troll Warlord. Now we might even see IG just go for some kind of plays because they are incredibly strong with this. They've got Solar Crest Yules on Death Prophet, BKB Troll. The smoke looks like it's going to be seen by the ward though from HR, so HR does know that this is coming. Can they properly set up for it though? I think they're still probably going to lose one hero. Unless they all just really hide. And it's going to be Milan.
You just go straight into that. I mean, as you said, they knew it was there. They may even lose more if, depending on how deep IG want to go. Now, it looks good like they're just going to turn and push down mid. I mean, with the creep wave already here, they'll easily take the tier 2. See if they want to push their luck and try and go for more. They still... Okay, Aegis is now gone. Alright. Expires now and burning, so IG will back up. Continue to get these objectives, get the push going. OP, pretty tanky. You know, we're having this full Solar Crest annuals. He's quite a slippery, hard to bring down hero.
Yeah, they still have... HR still has okay, like, magic burst, but they're just not making the moves. They've got enough. They've got more smokes now online. They're all kind of grouped up. I'm waiting for them to make some smoke actions with this Slardar Blink Dagger, but still not doing it. They're now running under vision. They know IG just smoked into their jungle, and they're walking through their jungle without smoking it. This is... I mean, you should know this has happened. You know that IG just placed wards up there. They just walked into your jungle. So HR definitely needs to be more aware of their movements and their actions in relativeness to IG.
And Swift needs to get a Deso done. I mean, obviously with the Desolator and the Corrosive Haze, it is a lot of damage if he's able to sit in place and shoot someone down.
Yeah.
But it's...
As long as he doesn't get isolated,
hard.
that's the thing, is that IG has so many different ways to isolate heroes with their lineup. Be it the Troll, be it the Bat, be it the Disruptor. There's 3 different ways they actually can just get one hero out on the side, burst him down. And with the Troll Warlord with BKB, they've got nothing to stop this guy. He can actually just run and beeline on top of this Clinks and this Lina. Which is a huge problem for HR. Need them to be... I mean, they're too far away for getting any of these items, but I was saying like some Force Staffs and stuff to be able to break the Spirit Siphon, peel them away from all that, but not even a Blink Dagger coming out anytime soon for Tidehunter. He just goes for the Pipe to try to deal with that heavy magic damage lineup that IG drafted in the first 4 picks. But yeah, HR making no aggressive moves, it's just IG doing all the dictation of the pace of this game. And here we go, XXS. They are playing under a ward here, but he's still hasted up. He's looking to try to grab somebody. But there's still tier 1 down there. IG will just be objective gamers. Take out the Obs ward. Maybe we just see IG actually grab a gem next.
Hey, here comes that smoke we've been waiting for.
There we go. With
there
the
we
Deso.
go. They were waiting on the Deso, and now HellRaisers are going to smoke themselves.
The scan comes out, catches him.
Oh,
They know.
that is unfortunate.
There's no one showing top, no one showing mid, no one showing in the jungle with IG's 2 wards, so they know something's up. So they had to throw that scan out there, and they back up.
It looks like IG aren't going to get caught out at all by this movement.
They don't have great vision in the area after losing their ward. they have the lane ward now, so they'll see as soon as that smoke breaks. Smoke pops. They see the 2 heroes with it instantly.
Yeah, HellRaisers is just at a bit of a loss here.
Spent a lot of time there, but at least they used the smoke and they were trying to take it away.
Yeah, they're gonna have to reset. They do have another smoke, but as we've seen, they've got to be so careful how they use it. As IG just a step ahead. And the efficiency much better here from the side of IG. Yeah, XXS up top. Already this half of the jungle being cleared out, and down bottom, Baboka is being hunted by Kaiser. He is going to go straight for the roll of the TP out. Whew.
Pushed him into the tree a bit.
Yeah, he was in a perfect spot there, hidden away. I don't think there was any chance that Kaiser could have even guessed where he was there.
No,
with the way the cliff pushes him down.
Yeah, he checks anyway,
Yeah.
just in case. He's like, something, that was weird.
That was weird.
Kaiser, Shadowblade finished up. Doing okay on net worth. He's keeping even with the Death Prophet. But everyone else on his team is starting to fall further and further behind. Maybe he finds a Baboka here, but XXS is positioned here. He knows it's up. He knows Kaiser's going to go for this.
XXS is reading it like
He's
a
ready.
book.
Gets him. Baboka dies, though.
Yeah, he gets the kill. Can he get out, though, Kaiser? That's the question. He's going to try and make his way out, but
He's
yeah,
gonna have the Bloodstone
with the XXS
suicide.
moving around.
Oh, he goes for the
What?
TP. What? That's crazy. Thought he was just suicide there. I mean, Batrider's damage is
Oh, dear.
pretty damn high.
Yeah, that's, yeah, as you say. Should have killed himself.
Probably.
Should have killed himself. Oh, yeah, it's a 6k gold lead now. Kaiser gets a kill, but at the end of the day, definitely not worth it.
I mean, XXX could have... He knew it was coming. He maybe could have saved Baboka there. Maybe could have force-staffed him or something while he blinked in. A little bit of a slow reaction. Maybe he was looking elsewhere on the map. Just for the quick second. Didn't expect it to happen right then. Get a little bit of damage on bottom, but right away, all of HR is responding, and IG gives them some respect. They don't want to be silly with their aggression. But during, especially when burning is just, I mean, this tempo is great. Yeah, this is the perfect kind of game for them. They don't really care. While burning is just literally hitting neutral creeps the whole game.
I mean, just look how far ahead. The difference between him and Swift Ending is absolutely massive. This Klinks is just not in the place that he needs to be.
Almost double. Yeah, almost doubling him up. With the Diffusal Blade already finished too, BKB, Yasha, he can close the distance on anybody super easily now. And would you look at that? Roshan has spawned. Aegis and Cheese. Burning is...
Was that a short
just
respawn?
going in? It was... I actually didn't see how short it was. I didn't get the time.
I mean, either way, this is great news for IG. Is HellRaisers, with the way that they've been playing, unlikely to look to try and take this fight.
And yeah, Burning just sits in there and full sustain. He doesn't even have to worry. Full health.
Very easy, Roche.
HR just... Yeah, they can't do anything. They just accept it. But now more BKBs are coming out. The match community to deal with that Ravage is going to be there. And yeah, the Titan are still 500 gold away from that Blink Dagger, so no big initiation coming from him. They know XXS is positioned up on that tree line. So they will sack this tower as well. Kaiser will try to trade. Swift Ending's just desperately trying to get a BKB. But they're trying to trade. However, though...
Kaiser. Oh, Baboka comes in. Yeah, he's got the dust, has the silence. There's the vision for the glimpse back. And this is a dead Lina. XXS joining the party as well. This time we'll get the suicide. Just put the Bloodstone deny.
XXS had lasso there, right? I guess he didn't want to use it. At least they wanted to force the suicide. But...
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, could have certainly secured it, but...
Yeah, it's whatever.
I mean, I guess when they're at this point as well, it's like, you know, they knock the Bloodstone charges down.
Yeah, it's...
Extra
I mean,
gold is like, whatever.
yeah, it's...
They don't need the golden XP.
I guess why not? Whatever.
Put
Not
that
a big deal.
Cooldown. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
And they can save the lasso for now. These two towers. Titan does have blink. However, IG is all ready to battle. All they're missing is the Earth Spirit ultimate, but that's not needed. Siege continues. Burning with Aegis and Cheese. And about to have a full Manta style finished up for him too, to remove the Corrosive Haze.
Crazy.
For the Roots mid lane, XXS looking for Elon. He's got the glimpse too. Throws him back into the static storm. Most of the static storm is already gone.
Yeah, he's gonna just go for TPI. He's gonna make it.
Yeah, he's alive.
Alright, nicely played there by Manar.
He actually almost ticks out to the flame break in the base. Dropped down to 40 HP. That was really well played by him, the TP. A little bit of some misspell usage there by IG, but whatever.
Well, I mean, I guess that's why we saw him hold on to the glimpse that long.
Yeah.
Maybe was aware that he was going to try for the TP out and tried to sort of bait him into using it first.
Yeah, it looks like they missed the lasso into Static Storm, or the kinetic field
Okay.
just wasn't up in time and he just walked out of it. And then, yeah, just awkward. Slight mistake. A little bit costly for IG with their ultimates, but HR isn't, you know, they're not capitalizing if one of those ultimates are down because they're playing into an Aegis cheese and they're just super afraid in this game.
I'll tell you what, though. I swear this is the most inactive CM I've seen in a while. I mean, J4's been
He's just
loving the
jungling.
jungle.
It's all he's been doing the whole game.
Has he come into lane once?
I think.
I mean, he's got 2 assists. He has, but
I saw him
no, I
test
thought
Frostbite
like
on somebody.
you know, we saw like what Puppy's crystal main, and Puppy plays
I
it
remember
very
that,
greedy,
yeah.
but this is like even greedier. J4 is just not interested in any action. But Boca, nice little rollout there.
The Bat Rider has
he's
a
actually going to
BKB
survive.
too.
The Ravage does absolutely nothing, but Boca gets the silence out onto 2. Swift Ending is taken down. They'll try and TP out on the tide, but they've got more than enough control with a glimpse of the Yule Scepter to hold him back. And HellRaisers, they lose a second. This is looking pretty rough indeed. I mean, sort of as we expected. IG, they've just got a perfect draft, really. It's IG in their comfort zone.
IG in their comfort zone, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's a clear-cut team that is just a better team overall.
Yes.
I mean, IG is just making
There's no question about
team
that, yeah.
decisions, team movements, while HR is they're making just individual plays. It's not looking like really team-oriented. Actually, I'll be completely honest. HR looks a lot shakier than yesterday and the other days. Those days they actually had some games which were a bit closer. This one is they're not making aggressive moves at all. They're just put in a position where they're like can't fight. And I thought they picked the draft with Tidehunter so that they could fight, but they're unable to.
I'm not a fan of the clinks. I really
I'm not a fan
that
of it
hero
either.
is just, it can be so underwhelming if he doesn't get that start. He's like you know, Ursa has, there's heroes like Ursa can have that issue, you know. If they don't get the kills, they're going to fall behind, but Clinks is just even more so prone to having that problem of just getting to this point where he's unable to contribute much at all. They will get the Laguna in.
Oh, they got Kaiser.
Oh, look, immediately there with the silence, making sure there's no reaction. XXS jumps in, has the lasso onto Kaiser. He's gone. They have lost OP on the Dev Prophet, but it doesn't matter with Burning still alive. Just beating through them all. They've got the setup onto J4. J4 is going to fall as well, almost certainly. Yet Burning commits onto him. 33 is trying to send back the others, but Q has a Ghost Scepter, heads back. 33 tries with the TP out, but the Glimpse is there to break it. The Boulder Smash is there already
Swift ending
to
right
set
away.
up onto Swift. He's going to get caught out by the movement from Baboka, and they're just going to tap out now. GG, as IG do just absolutely roll away with this game one. HellRaisers, as we said in the draft, maybe some of you have Baboka spamming that just happened.
Yeah.
My goodness. They got to try something different again after. No more Clinks.
No more Clinks. I think don't pick Clinks with Tide.
No.
If you want to be having a 5v5 type of lineup, you can't pick a hero like that.
No.
That just doesn't want a 5v5 whatsoever. Especially when you've revealed the Tidehunter first two. I think that's also a bit of a concern. Revealing Tidehunter first two, you allow IG to just counter
Yeah,
pick
that was
it.
an early
So-
pick indeed.
IG did adjust though really well versus HR's draft, but
Yeah.
IG definitely a lot to gain or a lot to move forward from this one because they did not look
Yes.
very good in this.
So this will be bad news for HellRaisers, and Cloud9 I believe will be rejoicing, as every loss from HellRaisers is good for them.
Yep.
They are the two teams that are right down at the bottom at the moment. But absolutely, we'll see what happens in game 2, see what happens with the draft, I wouldn't be surprised if HellRaisers do target some of these heroes we've seen, try and make sure at least the Death Prophet, the Bat, and the Earth Spirit, definitely the 3 heroes that I think if you're playing against IG, you want to either be grabbing yourself or taking out with the bans. We'll see if they do that. As game 2 will be around the corner. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. IG versus HellRaisers. Game 2 up next.